Welcome everyone to Thursday Core. My name is Alex. It's an honor to be guiding your practice today. Let's begin lying down on our backs. As we lie down on our backs, bring in that bolster, wobble cushion, support, pillow blanket, whatever it is that can prop our hips up. Whenever the hips are above the heart, we start to increase circulation. So we want to just get nice and situated here, soles of the feet to the floor. And once here, we're just going to start to drop the knees down one at a time, nice and slowly. Just letting it flow, letting it go, and as the knees go left, look right. And as the knees go right, look left. And let yourself just relax. And as you start to loosen up the lower back, we're really getting ourselves into a good way. Breathing and being. Breathing in what the earth is breathing out. Side to side, letting it flow, letting it go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, just let the knees swing, bring the feet off the ground. That's it, side to side. And start to explore your range of motion slowly, right? Exploring your range of motion slowly, that's the key. And just moving side to side. Again, the knees don't have to come together. You can keep a nice double arm distance or double fist distance apart, or you bring them together. A little tougher, right? Doing it with the knees together. But either way, remember, we're feeling it in our lower back and our lumbar spine. And again, just opening up to get the experience of it being fine, right? Refined, redefined, reconnect, rejuvenate, recalibrate, reposition, and just allow it to flow. And let's start to bring it up towards our shoulders now. As we sway side to side, you might not go as far, and that's okay. We're going side to side. Knee toward the shoulder, side to side. Nice and easy. And I'm going to dedicate today's class, special dedication, to one of my best friends in the world, Bo. He was the one who engineered this music we're listening today, so we have beautiful background music today. And I like to think it's out of this world, both literally and figuratively. So I hope it helps guide your practice today. I hope you can hear it. Usually we don't play music because, again, copyright reasons. And so we're always encouraged to play our own music at home. But today, I felt super inspired to share his good vibes. I just love his ambient, live consciousness and how well it goes with the practice. So just moving side to side, letting it go, letting it flow, bringing it up towards the shoulders and back down, rolling out through the hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Soles of the feet back down to the floor. Reposition that bolster a little bit higher up on your lower back. So again, not for the hips now, more onto the lower back, and then drop your hips down towards the ground, tailbone touches, and then lift up. And drop down, and lift up. So nice gentle movement, slowly, getting into it. And again, we are the instrument of our practice. That's going to be today's theme. Right? We are the instrument. So all of the musical accompaniment that you're hearing is all done live. It's all done with synthesizers and real instrumentation. And again, all these varieties of sound. We know variety is the spice of life. Keeps things fresh, keeps things new. Because remember, new is always now. So when we do a new move, we enter into the now, and although we might struggle a little bit, it does come with a bit of presence. And it takes us from here to here, which is a way of saying from now to nowness, or here-ness. Present with our own presence. And that's the gift. It's the gift of yoga, the union of communion, breathing and being, liberating the human, and really getting into the core of realization. And that core of realization, once the human is liberated, we can be. And that's our being. That's the verb of the now. Beautiful. From here, lift up now. And as you lift up, hold up and pulse for 10, 9, 8, bringing knees slightly together, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back down. And as we come back down, tailbone to the floor, hands on thighs, tuck your chin, reach for your knees, and start to reach up. And that's it, nice and easy. So the same way we tune an instrument is the same way we tune ourselves. Right? Some of the movements can feel a little low, others a little high. Right? We want to get into the Goldilocks syndrome, into just right. What is just right may be different for you today than it was last week. So always remember to modify and accommodate your practice. If you want to just sit, meditate, lie down, remember it's more important to do one really well, because again, it's all about quality, not quantity. Fantastic. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lying back down on the ground. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Fantastic. And now, again, hands off to the side, round the world. So go slowly. Your bolster may be in a position not as much on the hips. So you see how my hips are dropping? That's good. So again, less movement, right? But again, different variations of working on the same thing. We've done circles before, but we usually do it where our hips are on top of the bolster, not more higher up on our lower back. And so it gives a different feeling, and that's okay. Go with that feeling, right? Make smaller circles. You might have to engage the core a little bit more, especially the abdomen. Good at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Other direction. Beautiful. Bow's combination of drum and didge is just so beautiful. So I really feel the body is drum and didge. The didge is the hips. That's that deep tonality. And we're toning right now. Connecting with that sound that the instrument makes. Deep, deep down in the hips. Deep drone. And then of course the percussion is the heart. And then the synth is the head. Good. Other direction. Direction, let it flow, let it go, keep it moving, keep it grooving. Good. Other direction, keep it moving, keep it grooving. Fantastic. And when you're ready, just roll onto your left side, however you are. Just come all the way onto your left side. Let the bolster be where it is. And then once you are, just roll out into full twist. If you'd like to take your left hand, place it on top of your right knee, stretch out, looking over right side. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. This is where you make that permanent, lasting change. This is when you start to attenuate, right, the energy. Quiet it, still it. See it for what it is, piece by piece. Full breath in, full breath out. Work hard, and then we rest harder. Beautiful. From here, coming back up to center. Again, allow yourself to roll all the way over to the opposite side. Just be where you are and twist. Again, you can use that right hand on top of left knee. Twist it out. Deep breath in and exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Rolling back to center. Again, use your elbows, use your arms to help guide you. And now let's kick the legs up in the air. So I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can get the whole body in view. All right. So we're gonna kick the legs up in the air. Fantastic, nice straight legs, and then we're gonna point toes, curl toes, point toes, curl toes. Again, arms can be relaxed. Try and get the legs straight, that's the key here. Good, 10, 9, 8, feeling that stretch, feeling the core. Remember, nose to toes. 7, 6, 5, 4, really point, really curl. 3, 2, and 1. Curl your toes, pulse. Keep your legs straight, pulse. Pulse. So again, I'm not coming off the bolster, I'm just kind of rolling off of it. Again, I'm not lifting, right? I'm just rolling back toward myself. And I can even make that movement a little bit quicker by bringing the legs a little bit straighter and just feeling it right through your solar plexus. Good, 10, try and relax. 9, let the energy rip through all that contraction, right? It's like a very thick mucus, or as we've described it before, congestion. And we want to release it, relax it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, grab hold underneath your thighs. Just reach for the wrist or the other wrist, or you can just forearm grip, right? Whatever you prefer, and just relax in an inversion. If you wish to go further, you can. You can grab hold of the outside of the feet, kind of like a happy baby, and you can just guide yourself a little bit further back with your arms. Keep your knees bent, right? We haven't done any forward folds, so just allow your hamstrings to be relaxed and just get all the benefits of rolling the weight from the bolster towards the shoulders. So again, we're going sort of from the lower lumbar towards the thoracic spine. towards the neck, towards the cervical, and just allow it to roll back for 10. Relax your jaw, and just feel the weight shifting. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, allow yourself to come into like a happy baby-like position. Good, and now we're gonna kick. So heel to hip, kick straight, kick straight. And again, the movement can get faster, but start slow. Really curl, feel. And then you can speed up, you can kick your own butt, and give yourself that motivation, but we're just stretching it out for 10. 9, loosening up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bicycle, bicycle. A little bit more. A little bit more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Treading water. Super slow, super big. Right, I'm hitting the catch now, right? That's good. That's where you want to be for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Knees into chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And now we get to take another break, but we're going to take it in a different way. So soles of the feet to the floor. Lift up. Straighten your legs. And forward fold. Beautiful. That's the way we're going to take our little break. We're going to do a nice long hold in our forward fold. And just enjoy it. Right? Breathing and being. Relaxing and releasing. Restore. Reconnect. Rejuvenate. Relaxing the head, noticing the bend in the elbows. But again, none of this works unless the legs are straight. So you gotta get the legs straight. That's the key. And then once the legs straight, just bring that slight bend in the elbows, and that helps you with the lumbar spine. Right? So you go from straight legs to lumbar spine, and then once you're in here, relaxing, let it go, then you start to work on your abdomen. Right? Really pushing the belly button back, massaging it, rolling it. Right? Internal. So it's almost like we go from the back and then we start to roll within, like a music clef. Very beautiful. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We'll do one Brahmari to clear all together. Brahmari is the strong hum. Remember, the stronger the better. Deep breath in to begin. Good, beautiful, and slowly coming up. Fantastic. Let's use that bolster once again, bringing it towards the base of the spine, and then let's lie back. And as we lie back, just grab hold of your knees so you're nice and situated in the right position. Good. Now lift the feet off the ground, remove the hands, and hold. So this is level 1. Heart up, heart back. Heart up, heart back. Heart up, heart back. Level 2, you're doing the same thing with legs straight. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Best part, forward fold. Relax. Good, and if you feel like a tremble or a shake, I was just going to say a tremble, right? I almost said it again. A tremble or a shake, that's what I've been referring to as the sacred tremor. And that sacred tremor is your kundalini energy, right? It's your body's energy through the chakras, through the endocrine system, through hormones and chemical transmissions, right? Neurotransmitters. It's the biological that is just logical. Once we start doing yoga, we start to activate this energy. Right? It's like a 1 and a 0. Right? Once we start doing yoga, right, this energy naturally starts to turn on. Right? Because we're liberating the human, we're realizing the being. And there's a lot more to what we are than we know. And again, we've said it many times before, there's more mystery than there is matter. So explore the mystery. Explore the meaning of the matter from the physical, through the breath, into the mind. And when the mind gets too wonky doodle, right, go back to the physical. Because the mind is the body is the mind. So if you lose it here, you can gain it here. If you lose it here, you can gain it here. It's the same. So your refuge, your retreat is in the other. But it's like the sun and the moon. There is no moon without the sun. Literally, you wouldn't see it. Right? It's the light bouncing like a reflective disc. And so that's the beauty of all of this as we refine our instrument. Right? There's no sound unless there's tension. And that inner tension is what we call love. So with lovingness in our hearts, let's echo the Brahmari, nose to toes, nice, strong, and long. Deep breath Beautiful. And slowly coming up. And again, coming back. This time again, lower yourself down onto the bolster. Arms straight. Good. Now let go. Same thing as before, but this time bringing knees to chest and back. Knees to chest. So it's heart back, heart forward. Heart back, heart forward. If that's too hard, right, just hold on to your knees and bend the elbows. Or if you need a break, it's a great transition, okay? But if not, try and see if you can lift yourself all the way to your thighs. And as you get better at it, you can feel more of a rebound. Tailbone back, tailbone forward. And when I say forward, it's curled. And then I tilt it backward. So the tailbone is backward now, leaning forward. Forward, back. Right? And as the tailbone does its movement, I'm doing the opposite. My heart. Right? So my heart goes back as my tailbone goes forward and up. And then my tailbone goes back as my heart goes up and forward. So it's exactly reciprocation. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Great to see you, Brittany. Wonderful that you made it from the West Coast. Always love our coast-to-coast connection through the consciousness. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Bring those legs out in front. Right? Feeling the healing, right? That's what we're doing. We're breaking down to build back up. So we're breaking down to break through. That's the key. Right? No, show yourself. Right? Each time we go into forward fold, going a little deeper. Right? Working on getting those legs straight. Working on relaxing your back. Working on relaxing your head. Remember, it's hips, heart, head. That's the connection to the central core. Right? The central nervous system. Then it echoes out into the peripheral. That's the extension of the core. That's why we ask the question, what is not core? Right? Truly. Now let's do one barometer to clear. Deep breath in. Good. So again, we're going to do one more move, one more sequence of movement. It'll be hard, but then we're going to do a nice heart opener. All right? So stay with me. Stay with the motivation. Good. Again, bolster right where tailbone is, right? You're not sitting on it. It's just behind you to help you as we go back. And as we go back now, what I want you to do is go to the point where you feel it, right? And once you feel it, place your hands on the ground. You'll know where that is. And then slide hands on the floor. Slide hands on the floor. 10. Slide hands on the floor. 9. 8. Work on that curl. 7. Curl your toes. 6. 5. This is a good one. New moves. New moves. 4. 3. Curl. It's all about the curl. 2. And 1. Coming forward. Reach for your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then again, flip your bolster. I guess we haven't done this yet, so it's not really again, but adjust your bolster. Bring it forward. Lie back. And open up your heart. Good. If you don't have a bolster, remember, you're just modifying with what you have. Your blanket, you can roll it up. It's a long cylinder-like structure that you can lie down on. Right? And just feeling the healing. Right? Hearing all the good vibes. Right? Allow it to come from external to internal. Exogenous to endogenous. Right? Let it in. And that's the key. Deep breath in, hips, heart, head. Exhale, head, heart, hips. The prana rises up from the hips. Even though it comes in top to bottom, you feel the sensation bottom to top. And then when we exhale, although it comes out bottom to top, we feel it top to bottom. And so it's that reciprocation that we're really resting on, right? We're resting within. Deep breath in, deeper breath out. Minute just to relax, recover. Remember, whenever we relax and recover, resting is actually really important. Rest in general is important, right? For consolidation. And when we don't rest, we don't get to consolidate. The rehearsing, the practicing, the qualitative aspect of this practice, yes, although attached to a quantity, how many you do, it's really about doing one with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength, and all your soul. And when you do each one like that, you start to sequence them together and construct this beautiful pattern. And as we discussed before, the pattern is the power, and the power is the practice. That's what we call practice. It's the power of pattern. And when we get to practice that pattern, power every day, we ourselves start to become that pattern. We become predictable in that way. Simplicity is complicated, understood. So we are no longer victims of the pattern. We have the power to create the pattern, manifesting it by being the instrument of our peace, by being the instrument we are. Good. Last deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Good and beautiful. Now here, bring the soles of the feet back down to the floor. Lift the hips up and down a little bit. Just gonna get myself in a little bit of a better position so you can see. So you don't have to get up. This is just for me to show you. All right, so here I am, tailbones on the floor. Got that nice stretch. Fantastic. Now from here, let the legs open up a little bit more. So bring them into a larger triangle. Once your legs are in that larger triangle, reach up. Okay, and now bring your knees towards your body. And you're actually creating pressure. Okay, so you see how I'm curling? There it is. Oof. So there's nothing really here. Just feels like an uncomfortable position. But as soon as I tuck my chin and I bring my knees toward my hands, shoulders back, and I keep putting pressure into my knees, there it is. Right, and that's what we want. We want that feeling. Right, so you're bringing it in, and as you're bringing it in, your hands are stopping it. But because this is happening, you're keeping this connection. Right, very powerful through the core for 10. Feel 9. Lift yourself up as you keep your knees away from your body. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees into your chest. Lie back. Relax. Play around here. Soles of the feet to the floor. Massage it out. And give yourself a minute just to freestyle. Again, as we instigate the energy, there can be an overwhelming feeling sometimes that comes to us. That's that Kundalini rising. And again, the more we practice, the more we get used to its intensity. And so through the breath, we can really regulate or become more resilient to that. Because ultimately, that's a strong nervous energy. I'm not talking nervous in like, oh, I'm scared nervous. It's your nervous activity. Central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Trust me, you wouldn't be shaking if you had a nervous system. If you didn't have a nervous system, you wouldn't be shaking. It's your nervous system. It's communicating with your organs, your muscles, everything. That's why it's really important to relax it once we get these sort of impacts or affects. Right? So the phenomenology of it is to be in observation of it, watch it, witness it, really see things as they are. And as they pass through you, right, you just let them go, like in one ear, out the other. What will stay will be remembered because it's important. What isn't, you can just let it go. Or rewatch the video, right? That's the best part of recording these sessions, right? We get to do them again. We get to literally evoke the intention of daily practice is living wisdom. And it's true. It is. Good, fantastic. From here, open up the legs a little bit wider. Hands go in through the center. Okay. So now in through the center, start to pulse. 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 Stay here. Level 1. Level 2. Pulsing in opposite way. Knees, palms. So again, it's kind of like a happy baby grip. And I'm going through. I'm doing it with both. Okay? Getting that momentum. Level 3. The knees stay where they are, and you lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You want to work underneath your belly button. You want to get rid of that fat and turn it into function. This is one of the most intense ways. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come into a cobbler. Relax. Open up. Right? It's one of the most intense ways. But again, Work hard, rest harder, right? Put in the effort, put in the time, push, but don't overdo it, right? Allow and accept the limitations. And how you do that is through the breath. That's how yoga accomplishes this. People always ask me, how can we just love and accept things? Well, there's no way to do it unless you're in constant vigil or communion with that union. Because the union's always going to appear to separate. That's the illusion. The illusion is this is all separate. But again, you only have to change your perspective, change your scale. Again, realize your consciousness to realize or to see or to know or to understand that it really is all connected. And it really is all connected through the breath. No breath, no life. Beautiful. And just relax now. Open it up. Feel. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Remember, we work hard, we rest harder. We need our integration points. We need time for our atoms, our cells, our connective tissue, our organs to recover. Right? We push, we push, we push. Right? Wash dishes, wash dishes, wash dishes. But then eventually, at some point, we need to reload the soap. We need to reload or maybe adjust the water level, right? There's all this tinkering that goes on. But it's mostly procedural. And one day with yoga, it will become the same way. It'll just happen naturally. Till then, keep hearing the cues. Keep really asking yourself, are you the most relaxed that you can be right now? Because this is your time to be it. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, nice, long break. All right, from here, coming again, soles of the feet to the floor, lift your head off the ground, start to reach for the heels. Again, go slowly. If the heels are easy, reach for your toes. And we're just going side to side. You should also get a nice massage using your support. And we're just going side to side. Right, if that's too easy, bring your hands behind you. Either seatbelt the grip, right, or clasp the fingers. And then reach with your elbows. Oh, a lot harder. Good. 10. Letting the knees move a little bit. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Again, same movement as before. Curl your toes, press those knees in towards your chest, arms straight. Good. If you feel nothing, that's good. I'll show you level 2. For level 1, stay where you are. Just keep that tension going. Right? Curl up. The more you curl up, the more you're going to feel it. For everyone else, right, level 2s, go to forearms and bring your knees in, right? You're resisting with your forearms. It's even harder. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're not going back. We're going forward. 2, and 1. Right into our squat. Right into our squat. Right into our squat. Hips to heels. Hips to heels. Nice and flowy. Hips to heels. See? Nice and relaxed. The bolster can stay there. You're not going to need it. You might need it, but you're not going to need it. So I'm just going to throw mine away. But again, you will probably use it again, so don't throw it too far. But we're working with reverse table now, right? We've been doing this for a while. So again, hip to heel, that's level 1. That's all you're doing. Then you're just coming up and down, hip to heel. I love this part. Good. Now from here, watch me curl. I curl up, down. I curl up, down. I curl up. I'm not even worried about the upper body, just the hips. Most people, as soon as they do reverse table, they drop their head. Don't drop your head. Curl up. See if you can curl up without dropping your head. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, drop your head back now. Lift your hips, drop your head back, and pulse your hips up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get that tension out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming right into squat now. Don't think, just crawl. I'm going to turn and face you. Just crawl on through. We're going to be spider people, moving left and right. All right, rolling it out through those heels, rolling it out. Remember, if this is difficult for you, we've talked about it before, place that bolster, that support, right behind your ankles, and that gives you just a little bit of a ledge. For everyone else, all the way down to the floor. Right. I just have to find my timer. I have to find it for the next class. Somewhere around. I was doing yoga. There it is. Of course. All right. You know when the timer comes out what that means. 3 minutes in squat, right? We can bounce our way through it. We can relax our way through it. I would suggest dropping head, maybe yin style, palms on the ground. Or you can work on back straight. I like to hook my knees and my armpits together. You can walk your heels in and out. Again, so many options. But the important thing is, can you just ground? And again, why is this related to your core? Well, your core runs nose to toes. Right? So one day, when the core is strong, you're able to relax in this position because the core is connected. If the core is not connected, you're gonna feel it in squat because you're putting so much load from the toes to the knees, from the knees to the hips, from the hips to the lower back, and then of course towards the shoulders and the head. So again, this is a very much like a litmus test. It's very much like a Rubicon that one must pass. And then when one passes it, you can never go back. Once you get it, you got it. And once you got it, you just keep getting it. And that's the key to all of it. But realistically, you know, we've been working with our squat for a long time, right? And again, doing happy toes, feeling through the toes, breathing in through the nose, nose to toes. And just letting it move, letting it groove. Try not to think, right? Rather feel. If the feelings are getting too strong or becoming negative, don't think your way out of it. Just be aware, right? Just be noticing, right? Noticing your be, right? Noticing what you're being or maybe what you're doing. And remember, when we notice, we affect. When we're aware, we influence, right? So just the awareness, not awareness of anything or anyone, just being aware, watching, noticing, witnessing, observing. Right? That's how we connect. That's how we alter and change. We're in that final minute, any moment now. 3 minutes seems to go a lot longer some days than other days. Just remember, rock that energy through you. Beautiful, that was 3 minutes. Now we're gonna go into dangle, okay? So very easy. I'm gonna jump back, but you know what to do, right? Dangle is literally, we go from here and then we just put hands on the floor, straighten legs, and start to walk it out. It's kind of like a down dog, just more vertical. Right? So again, there's really no weight in the hands, it's all in the feet. It's basically the difference. We'll walk it out to down dog in just a second. Just give yourself a full minute here. Right, breathing here, feeling here. Connecting with the breath. Right, shifting weight forward and back. Really great way to release the squat. And again, hearing the didgeridoo, hips, hearing the drum, heart, hearing the sounds of the birds, head. The tones get lighter, faster as that frequency speeds up. It represents or is symbolic of our own journey as we send the energy from the hips through the heart and up into the head. All right, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. But basically from here, I'm just going to walk out a little in front. And then once I'm a little in front, I'm going to walk my legs back and I'm going to find what feels right for me. What shape do I want to take? Right, what kind of triangle do I want to form? Right, taking downward dog and just walking it out. And again, same feeling, just now more weight in the palms. So really relax your head. Really press through those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Walking it out a little bit further now. Push up position. Let those hips drop, look up. Oh, so good. And back. Right back into down dog. Good. I'm just going to come a little closer and move this out of the way. Perfect. So again, coming forward. Right. Let those hips drop. Hips drop, hips drop, hips drop. Once the hips drop, then you look up. Oh. Right, feel it, heal it, right, and then you tuck your chin, right, hips are last to come up. Roll those hips, feel those hips come down through the heels. And then again, rolling forward, hips first, then head. Then head, then hips. Beautiful, 10, undulating the spine. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, bringing the knees back down to the floor, uncurl your toes, push back child's pose. Stretch back, reach back, relax. All right, hopefully you're still working. Good, you can bring your elbows down to the ground, palms up, feel. Just grounding, sending all that energy back to the earth. Doing fantastic. Coming up. And as we come up, curl your toes. Right? And once you have the toes curled, start to press back. And again, we worked on this one before. This is known as Indian squat. It's more narrow, and we're trying to get those heels to the ground. Trying to get those heels to the ground. That's going to take some time. It's also going to take some stability. Right? See, when you get down, you need stability. And how do you know you have it? Because you can rock back and then rock forward. And it kind of pushes you over that threshold. Again, this takes a long time to get to. It took me years. Right? I could get to here, but I couldn't get back. Now I can get back. Right? So slowly, slowly, taking your time for 10. Right, now what you're doing is this, so that's great. 9, 8, massaging through the toes, down towards the heels, and the lower back gets that beautiful stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and best part. Now let everyone's heels come to the ground as we walk our hands back, and just bring your heels down and lift your spine up for 10. Lift yourself up. Remember reverse table? There it is, right? can feel it. 9. Right? Bring those heels down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Walk those legs out in front. Reach for your toes. Stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brahmari to clear. Deep breath in. Beautiful. And from here, slowly lowering down. Lead with the heart. And as you do this, you can just bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. I just have to be a little careful because it's tight here. Good. Fantastic. Let it go. Let it flow. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Good. Soles of the feet to the ground. Tailbone tilt. Tailbone tilt. Right? Rolling it out. Rolling it out. Good. Continue to do this. If you want to see how well your sit-up is doing, because we always sort of empirically take a look every once in a while by the sort of task of sitting up, right? Because really, ultimately, that's what we associate, the abdominal or the core with, is like a sit-up. Right? So again, we're learning it through yoga, which means we're putting it all together through the spine. So again, all I'm going to do is show you the gross way and then move it into the subtle way. So again, I'm going to lift hips up. I'm going to drop hips down, and that's when I lift. So I lift hips up, I drop hips down, and as I drop the hips down, that push into the ground is what lifts me up. Okay? So again, it doesn't have to be that dramatic, right? You don't even have to come off the ground, right? You don't have to go up and down, right? It just helps with the momentum. When you get really good, you barely see it, right? It's just a curl and a drop. Curl, drop. Right? And then you just relax. We're just doing one. We're just doing two. Right? Or we're just doing one after the other, right? Relax it on the floor. And again, last attempt before Shavasana to really feel it out, right? Notice I'm just curling back and forth, and then I'm like, okay, I want to sit up. And there it is. Good, and relax down. Shavasana. Enjoy. Beautiful work, everyone, today. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Feel the groundedness. And grounding is all about gravity. For everything that is grounded grows. What is it growing? It's growing against gravity. It's growing towards the light. Notice how those two energies work reciprocally, yet they come from the same source. Again, what a mystery, just to ponder, right? Just to contemplate. Right? So when things grow, they grow towards the light, right? Never toward the shadow, right? They grow towards the light. And yet, the growing is actually growing against gravity. So the very thing that is the light is also the force that gives it the sort of endurance of gratitude, right? This slow, powerful pattern of moving towards the light is actually moving against gravity, much like a salmon swims upstream. And again, it's the journey, not the destination. Same with the butterfly, right? If we help the butterfly out of its chrysalis as it's being, born or transformed or hatched, right? If we help, we actually hurt it because now it doesn't have the strength to use its wings, because the ability to use the wings comes from the ability to crack through the chrysalis. And so if we help it, we actually hurt it. And have you ever thought of a time where you've helped yourself, but really have hurt yourself by helping yourself? Because it's not true helping, right? The gratitude is in the struggle. It goes back to gravity, right? We want to help, right? That's the light. We chase the light. We feel the light, brings us warmth. But then there's this invisible energy, gravity, kind of pulls us down. But everything that grows towards light, and it grows against gravity. Everything that grows gives. That's the natural evolution of growth, right? It starts to give, not just receive, right? It gives. It's a higher level. And everything that gives must surrender. Because everything can be taken, and that's okay. Right? Let it go, let it flow. Right? Let your ego rest in your heart. Let your heart, right, start to breathe and be, increasing circulation through respiration. The whole practice, we increase circulation through movement. But here in Shavasana, we're not doing anything. And so really, we're increasing circulation through respiration. And you can feel it. Right? If you can't wiggle your fingers and your toes, you really don't understand that connection is nose to toes. If you can do this, then there's a connection. And we're strengthening that connection by being still. By exploring it, yes. But also by exploring it through awareness. And that is done through the breath. Right? The difference between automatic breathing and natural breathing is awareness. That's it. You're aware of your breath, you're watching your breath, observing your breath, you're noticing your breath, then you're aware of the breath. It becomes a natural breath. Don't, then it's an automatic breath, because the body's always breathing. So when people ask, how can I stay aware of my breath the entire practice? It's like, well, how can you breathe all day? Well, I don't think about it. Well, exactly. Right? Can you do that with the practice? Can you stay aware of the breath without thinking about it? Right? It's the same mechanism, same magic. So let's say thank you to the breath altogether by taking a deep breath in. Holding it in for 10, and just feeling that beautiful prana expand. Super people. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, let it go. Good. Relax your head side to side, twinkle your fingers like stars. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Roll out, stretch, right? Move and groove. And when you're ready, come on to left or right side, whichever you prefer, and come to a comfortable seated position. Okay, we're gonna have to finish class a little quick today, because of course the next class is about to begin. And I'm sure everyone is in, even if they're not. Because again, we just take the practice forward, whether again it's to the next class or it's the next moment, right? The practice comes with us now, right? We are yogis because we practice yoga today. And yoga lasts 24 hours, right? Speed up a little faster, 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 and let it go, right? Just hold and be held by the energy. And to close the practice, to close the palms, we're going to chant the mantra Om. All together. Deep breath in. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. In your hearts, in your lives, in everything that you see, are, and be. The divine in me sees and shares the divine in you. In love, with love, through love. Thank you everyone for coming out today. Namaste. Yay! So welcome everyone.